What's up? Welcome back. We in focus. Sometimes this camera's getting old. I might get a new one soon. Alright, so name of the game today is getting this ready for a little drifting. We're going on the weekend, but figure I should get ahead of the game. Make sure everything's okay. I gotta do an oil change, check out my tires. I'm gonna give it the old once over, make sure all the bolts are tight and everything's good. I'm not gonna fall apart halfway there or halfway home. Before we get into this though, I just wanna clear up a few things. Like there's probably, most likely, a bit of confusion in the last video. I started getting messages from guys watching the videos, buddies of mine, that the only way that they're in contact with me really is to see the videos. The thing about the 240, yeah, I changed my mind a lot. It happens. You know what? The 240 was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have bought it. So what's going on now, just so you guys are clear, my main focus right now, even like besides this thing, this is still like obviously up on the list. Depending on how fast I can get parts and whatever I need for it, I might not even touch it this winter, this year coming, whatever. You're watching this, it's probably November or something, maybe December, who knows. This is my main focus now. When you get too many cars on the go and too many things are going on, like you start to lose your identity in a way. I mean, most of the guys that know me and watch this stuff, you met me at the drift track, so you know me for the RX7. If you knew me before that, it was for drifting the 8.6 and stuff like that. I've always been a Toyota guy, and this thing's been in the family. But then I started playing around. I'm doing videos with my 8.6 and I'm doing videos with the 240 and stuff like that. So really, it's all over the place, and I started losing out. It's a question of focusing in the right spots and everything. So just to clarify everything, that's me. The only thing I've got to focus on is making sure that this car is ready for a little drifting action, and then work on me, focus on me. I gotta let this YouTube thing get away from me really, and I've been trying to like put on a show for everybody and neglecting everything else. So I gotta make sure that I'm in good shape, the car's in good shape, and we can run all season. Then we're gonna have to work on the truck, everything else. It's gonna be a big, huge list. But for today, we're getting ready to go drifting. So let's give this car the once over. Let's get into it. Welcome. It's RX7 time. So first thing I gotta do is get that car up on some jack stands. Do you believe in magic? Sorry, Jimmy Oaks, I stole that one from you. But okay, so we're up on jack stands. First thing I'm gonna do now, while it's up in the air, gotta get that oil out of there. So let's drain some old oil. On a side note, what size is this? Big, man. Alright, so as the oil drains, the old stuff's coming out. It's actually darker than I thought it'd be. I noticed underneath there's a lot of oil on the bottom of that engine. I see also there's a lot of oil around the diff. While it's draining, while the oil is coming out, let's give it the old once over. We'll start by taking off the wheels, and we're gonna start checking, make sure all the bolts are nice and tight. I can't tell you more because otherwise I have to flash. Okay, wheels are off. It's up on stands. The RX7 is now in full hover car mode. Now that all that crap's out of the way, let's dig in. Let's start checking bolts and fluids and everything else that needs to be done. I'm sure there's a lot that needs to be done, but I mean, we're just going out for one track day, gonna burn off. I'm counting 3 sets of tires. Let's do it up, right? Let's just do it up. Found some nasty dirt spot here. I guess all the dirt's been collecting in that fender well. What happens when you don't have your proper pieces and stuff on it. So anyways, before we make this car rocking, you can look in there, you can see how close that is to the disc, and every time I pull the handbrake, there's plenty of tension, but there's no friction. So I figured the pads are either done, completely finished and worn out, or because I have a tendency to left foot brake and do burnouts a lot with this car, they're probably just glazed over and don't even work at all. But I could tell that they are very, very small. So the back brakes for sure are done. On the front, I mean, I can still feel a bit of pedal. Let's turn these over. And looky, actually we're not bad. Got a little bit of friction on there still. Yeah, brakes are good, but wow, I thought I had changed them. That shows you how much mileage I put on this car. I've had it for 2 years now. These are still the original brakes that came on the car when I bought it. And the only reason I can tell you that is a fact for sure, I think I changed back. So the only reason I know that for sure, that it's the original brakes, is that this shit here, look, it's yellow. Goddamn brake pads are yellow. And so is the caliper. So is the, holy shit. So weird. Now that I've decided to focus on this car and really get into it. I'm starting to learn a lot about it, and shit. Anyway, this is my no-name brand suspension. I don't know what kind of shocks are on those, but they're adjustables. And okay, what was that? They're lacking still now, social media. Yeah, that's why on social media. Then kept in a good way, in a drawer, the Japanese and Italian style. Alright, so oil's out, it's all drained, everything underneath the car checks out, everything in the front anyway. Everything's nice, tight, snug. Like I said, there's a lot of oil that's leaking around the back of the bell housing, so I might have to pull it out. Now I'm gonna pull out the filter. It's kind of, like it's right here. You guys see that? I don't have the best lighting in the world, but that's your filter. I mean, it's kind of cool because it's up top, right? So it's easy to grab. It's not like hiding. It's not stuck in a frame rail. But because it's up top like that, it tends to make a mess when you pull it out. So I'll try the best I can. Ow. That was my wrist that popped. That's not supposed to make that sound, I don't think. Oh, baby. Stupid ABS thing. Very much in the way. Ooh. Okay. Nice move on, but it's out. Oh, this maybe is a good way to check it. Wicks. Now, why Wicks filters, you ask? Well, this is what I heard. I don't know, like I've been taking for a lot of rides in my years of doing stuff, but Wicks is supposed to be a good brand filter. Now, the difference between a good brand and a crappy brand, for example, I heard Fram is not so great, Canadian Tire stuff. I'm willing to bet that that $9 MotoMaster isn't much better, but apparently the deal with those filters is that when they are made, the actual filter cartridge that sits inside here, apparently on those it's hot glued in. So when your engine gets hot, it melts the glue, drops that little filter, and either, I can't remember if it blocks your oil passage so that you don't have any more oil circulating, which doesn't make sense because then your pressure would drop, you would know, right? Or that filter drops and it just bypasses everything. So chances are you could be getting like dirty ass oil going all the way around. But anyways, let's get this back in the car, all right? So, I got an idea. Get this a little clean around where the filter sits on. The oil is cleaned off where the filter went. Usually what you want to do here is make sure that you have a good seal around the O-ring of your filter. So you take a little bit of this oil here, put your finger on it, and then makes a nice little seal. So when you put your new filter on, you get a nice good seal. It doesn't spit oil out everywhere in this case because the filter sits up on top. If it does spit oil out, it's gonna spit it out everywhere, all over your block, all over your engine. Tighten by hand, it's not something you have to over tighten. Clearly it was tight enough last time. I put it on by hand last time and it was a bitch to get off. Just put that on by hand. Same thing with your drain plug. Don't over tighten your drain plug for no reason. It gets hot, it expands, it retracts, whatever is the right word for it. But anyways, you can get really screwed if you put that too tight. There's no coolant in my oil. The damn oil is green. It's a little weird to, you know, see a shade of green in there. You're like, oh, so let's put some oil back in it. The Wicks oil filter, recommended by Derwin Performance. That's the guys that did my dyno tuning last year. And man, fuck, dyno is expensive, right? But it's worth it because you can't drive around with a non-tuned car. Here's their sticker. So these guys recommended this to me. Pen grade, partial synthetic. What they told me to put after I got that dyno tuning. Is it worth it? Is it the real deal? Apparently it's good stuff. I don't know, I can't tell you. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. I can't break it down. I wish my grandfather was still around. He would probably be able to do that. But okay, so the factory book says 3.5 liters. 3 of those, plus a half. And I think I've got exactly just that. So let's drop in those 3 and then the half will take our time and make sure it's done right, because last time I put a little too much oil in it, and if you go back and you look at the last time I was actually drifting with this car, it was spitting oil out of the intake and around and through it, and it was not cool. So let's not put too much oil in this time. Got this beauty of a shoots, he scores. Usually I'm really bad at this. Just dump that shit everywhere. I don't know if you can see in the video or not, but this stuff sure is green. Try to get the light over. Can you see it?
very, very green. It's like that gross old person peppermint candy. It was like you knew it was peppermint, but never looked right. I don't know if that's a tip or anything to help you guys out. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. So when I pour it like I keep the top end like this. Spout to the top. That way when it pours, the air comes in here. If you're like this, the air's not going to get in. It's going to go all weird. It's going to go bloop, bloop, bloop. You don't want that. Put it like this. Make it nice and smooth. Let that airflow come out. Don't pour too hard, because if you pour too hard, it starts to bubble and chug-a-lug, and that's how you make a big-ass mess. And that's what I do best, is make messes. So check it out. Put it like this. You turn it just right. Das Boot. Oh, see? Fucked it up. What'd I tell you? But if I didn't screw up stuff, I wouldn't do anything at all. Okay, so we'll let that sit for a minute, settle down to the base of the engine before I start doing any measuring and seeing if we got enough in there. Alright guys, so everything in the front checks out just fine. So all the bolts, everything's nice and tight, the oil change is done, the fluid levels are good, the coolant levels are good, everything's good. Start playing around in the back. So first thing I want to do is we're going to get underneath here, play with this lovely, lovely differential. You guys have been watching for a while, you know that last year I actually welded this sucker. Had it welded, didn't weld it. Get it down, took care of it. And so let's get some light in here for you. I'm gonna undo this back little bolt because I want to know if there's any oil. Now I did a little oil change to it last year because I pulled it apart and had it welded, but it's been leaking ever since. So we can know in a second if it leaks out of here. I know we got oil in it, and well, it looks like we got oil. Oh yeah, well, that's oil. Okay, wanted to make sure, and it doesn't look too burnt. The oil itself still nice, clean, and clear. It is leaking all around here, you can see. I'm gonna have to pull up this diff and really check it out, but there is oil in it. That's cool. It's a good sign. It's gonna be a long ass winter, but whatever. All I have to concentrate on this winter is me and this car, so it's gonna be okay. Let's get this sucker back on the ground. All right, so now I just gotta put the wheels and everything back on the car, do all that kind of stuff. It's kind of boring to watch, so let's do a little bit of Jimmy Oaks magic and get 4 wheels on that car and back on the ground. Sorry, Jimmy. I think these wheels might rub. I don't know. We're gonna have to test it out. So that's what I gotta do next. Basically, I'm just gonna throw, well, everything's in the back. We're good. I'm gonna put the front bumper on, put this thing outside, let it warm up. We'll check the levels and oil and all that stuff again. But yeah, we'll go get some fuel because I didn't actually get fuel in the last video like I said I was gonna. And then we'll start sorting out some tires. So I'm gonna just, yeah, put that together, take it for a little ride. If it's good when I get back, we'll start doing tires. If it's not good, well, I might not make it back. And I'm back. So, went for a nice little rip. Everything checks out, everything's okay, it's running fine. I got great oil pressure, I've got great temperature levels, everything, all the gauges are reading fine. Everything's nice, tight, nice and snug. Getting ready for Sunday. I did notice one thing though, these wheels are a little big. They kind of rub. But I mean, no big deal, they're just on there. Those are Jesse's wheels, don't tell her I'm using her wheels. So they're just gonna be on there for the weekend. And then as soon as I'm done that event, whatever, they're good tires in the front. Those are just there for, and so I can get home because I have to drive the car there and back this time. So, maybe that's it for today. Is that it for today? Chill, still on vacation, so I have every right to just chill. I'm gonna play with some tires. I'm gonna organize some tires. I'm gonna bring them maybe to Nick's to see what I need, see what I don't need, see what can get changed and what can't, and then we'll go from there. So until we meet again, I'll see you next week, I guess. Once a week videos for now until we hit that new year, then things might get into it. And when the winter comes, well, hey, I'll have much more time to work on this and all the other cars. Just this. That's it for now, folks. Peace. Gotta find some new ones, something good. It's never too late.